When was the last time that you had one of those aha moments? The moment in the cartoon where the light bulb goes off and all of a sudden you're very clear on where you're going and you're super excited. When was the last time one of those happened? Whether it's something good or bad, there's an awakening or an excitement that takes you on a path and sets you down on fire, ready to go, ready to tackle the day. Today's video is all about how you can create more of those moments and speed up your process of growth in order to help you become the person that you're trying to become and live the better life by creating more of those moments. I'm Patrick Menefee with this week's Monday Motivator, where I help you master your money, your mindset, and your mission in order to help you create the time and the financial freedom that you want. If you didn't come here from your email, welcome, first of all. Glad you found this. This video is a part of an email newsletter that I send out every other week. So the link is in the description below. If you want to sign up, you will get this every other week. Now, I recently realized that all of the periods of major growth and transformation in my life, they came as a result of one thing. They came as a result of an awakening, an aha, that moment that I talked about, based on a period of self-reflection. And there were, in my experience, there have been 3 different sparks to that self-reflection. So what I'm going to get into in this video is what each of the 3 sparks are and how you can use and harness that to create that growth, to create that more frequent change that you want. Now, the first spark is some type of external factor. This can be either a good or a bad factor. This may be on the good side. It could be you just got married, found out you're having a baby, just got a promotion, something positive that just happened. You just landed a really big client. On the other side, it could be something negative, like a death in the family or a breakup or getting fired from your job or something negative happening in your business. These are external factors that come into play that we can't necessarily fully control, or if we can control them, either way, they're going to create a change, and we need to then reflect, figure out how we're going to move forward. The second one is a little bit less overt. And this is that little nudge, that little voice that a lot of times you don't listen to. This spark is based on, a lot of times, it's based on misalignment and where you feel that you're in a funk, you feel like something's off and you're not sure why. A lot of times we end up we put our head down and we blow past it. We just try to push through. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But if we use that as an indicator of misalignment that we can then reflect on, we can seriously alter the trajectory to make sure that we're doing what we need to be doing and we're on a better path. I'll give you an example. When I was 22, 23 years old, I was engaged, and I felt that feeling. I felt that misalignment. It felt off. I wasn't excited and happy. But I'd made a commitment. And so in my mind, I was on the path of, I'm just going to push through it. Eventually I had the point where I realized that I need to dig into this. I can't just settle for this. So I'm going to dig in. I'm going to figure out why I'm feeling the way that I'm feeling. And on the backside of that reflection was that aha moment, that light bulb, that change. And I had to end the engagement. And as a result, now my life has totally changed. It set me on a different trajectory. I've got a wonderful family with a beautiful and perfect wife and daughter. And I wouldn't be anywhere close to where I am if I hadn't done that reflection and made that change. On the flip side, a lot of times we get to spark number 1, and that external factor, because we refuse to listen to the nudge and that voice in spark 2. So here's my encouragement to you. If you feel any of those nudges, lean into them and do some self-reflection and figure out where you need to go next. The third spark, this is the exciting one. This is where growth starts to happen. This is the deliberate spark. This is where you decide that, you know what, I'm going to take this period of self-reflection. I'm going to dig in and just take stock of my life. I did this right before my 30th birthday. There was nothing going wrong. There was nothing major that was going on. I had just gone through a change as I got out of the Army and got into the corporate world. But at this point, it was my 30th birthday and it was a milestone. And I was like, you know what, I should just check in. Where am I now versus where I thought I was going to be? And by doing that, it helped me realize that I could be doing better. I could go on a different course, which set me down this path to where I am today. How can you do that now deliberately? If you've never done this type of self-reflection, this deliberate self-reflection before, just start with 1. Put it on the calendar. Schedule a couple hours to sit down and think through where you are and where you want to go, where you want to be. Reach out to someone to help you. Reach out to me. I'd love to help you out. Get that on the calendar. Do the first reflection. If you do it, if you've done it before and you know that it's been helpful, start making it more consistent and more frequent. The frequency with which you can create that deep reflection is the frequency at which you will grow. So if you can do it more, you will grow faster. That's what I found in my life. It happened with my engagement. It didn't happen again for probably 6 years after I left the Army. And now it's happened a few times in the past 5 years. There's been a lot of growth, and the speed with which I have reflected has increased the speed of my growth. So here is my challenge to you as we wrap this up. What is something, a nudge, the voice, something that you're feeling right now that you've just been pushing through, that you can really lean into and you can reflect on? Also, if you don't have anything, congratulations. That's amazing. Use this as your nudge. Use this as your reminder that you can spend some time in reflection, figure out where you want to go. And as a reminder, it doesn't mean that you've got to change things. It doesn't mean that things are wrong. You can use this as an indicator to say, I'm actually, where I'm going right now is perfect. So that means that I need to do more of this and be more intentional and deliberate about that, and also potentially say no to other things. It doesn't have to be a negative reflection. It can be a very positive one too, and it usually is. So that's my challenge to you. If you found this helpful, I would love to hear from you. I would really appreciate it if you like the video and subscribe. It'll help us reach more people and help more and more people improve their money, their mindset, and their mission.